Good afternoon. Could you state and spell your name for the record for us?
Yes. It's Chelsea Kepsel, Chelsey, Koepsell.
Thank you. You may inquire.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello.
Whom do you work for?
The Orange County Sheriff's Office.
And what is your position with the Orange County Sheriff's Office?
I am currently a homicide cold case detective.
How long have you worked for the Orange County Sheriff's Office?
Since April of 2013.
And what positions have you held at the Orange County Sheriff's Office during that time?
So I began my career in uniform patrol, and then I moved on to the sex crimes unit as a detective, and then I moved on to the homicide unit as a detective.
In the homicide unit, tell us, what are your duties as a homicide detective?
To respond to, obviously, homicides and any death-related incidents.
And what type of training do you need to hold that position?
So I went to the police academy, and then after going to the police academy, I became a deputy, and then basically just having experience from other units and taking like homicide courses and like investigative courses to help me.
Is continuing training a condition of not only your employment, but also holding your position in the homicide unit?
Yes.
How is it that you became involved in this case?
So on February 24th of 2020, my partner at the time, Detective Scott Lowen, received a call. Our team in the homicide unit, there's 3 teams that have 4 detectives on each team with a supervisor, and then we have 1 sergeant. And so on that date, Detective Scott Lowen was basically screening calls for that day, and we were at the office, and he told me about the call.
Are all homicide investigations worked in tandem with another detective?
Typically, yeah. We normally always have a partner with us.
And tell us, why is it that we do that?
Well, honestly, it's more for court purposes, if I weren't to be able to be in court. But it's also nice to just have someone else's perspective and training. We all come from different backgrounds, so it just kind of helps the investigation.
Once you received the call on this case, where was the first place that yourself and Detective Lowen went to?
We responded to the scene.
And when you say the scene, is that 4748 France Court?
Yes, I believe so.
And when you responded to the scene, who did you make contact with first there?
The first person I made contact with was Deputy Kayla Rodriguez.
And was Deputy Rodriguez able to convey you certain information at that time?
Yes, she explained to me what had been said to her and basically what they have done.
And this location that you responded to, was the defendant present there at that time as well?
Yes, she was. She was outside.
And did you make contact with her?
Yes, I did.
During that time that you were initially there at the scene, did you walk the scene with the crime scene investigator in this case?
Yes, I did.
And when you walk the scene, just tell us some of your observations.
So when you first enter, immediately on the right, there's like a kitchen. And then if you continue down like a very small, short hallway, it opens up to the living room / dining room area. And so when I entered, I could see the victim, Jorge Torres, laying on the ground next to a blue suitcase.
Did you work with the crime scene investigator to identify potential pieces of evidence for collection?
Yes, I did.
Did you also have an opportunity to speak with the defendant in this case at that time?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness what's been marked for identification as states T and states U and been shown to defense?
You may.
Ma'am, I'm showing you what's been marked for identification first as states T. Can you tell me, do you recognize what that item is?
Yes, I do.
Tell us, what is that item?
This is the first part of the interview that I conducted with Sarah Boone on the scene.
And did you have an opportunity to review that disc prior to coming to court today?
Yes, I did.
And does that disc fairly and accurately represent the conversation that took place between you and the defendant on February 24th, 2020?
Yes, the first part.
And is that your initials on the disc as well?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to move what's previously been marked for identification as states T into evidence.
Any
No
objections? All right, what was pre-marked as states T will be received without objection as states Exhibit 18.
Other than, I may have made a previous objection, other than pretrial issues.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, next I'm showing you what's been marked for identification as states U. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, I do.
And tell us, what is that?
This is the second part of the interview with Sarah Boone on the scene.
On February 24th, 2020?
Correct.
And you had an opportunity to review that disc prior to coming to court today?
Yes, I did.
And does that disc fairly and accurately represent the second part of that interview that you conducted with Sarah Boone?
Yes, sir.
And is that your initials on the disc as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, at this time, I'd like to move what's previously been marked for identification as states U into evidence.
Any objections?
No objection.
All right, what was pre-marked as states U will be received without objection as states 19.
And Your Honor, request permission to publish.
You may do so.
Today's date is February 24th, 2020. The time now is approximately 16:57 hours. This is in reference to Orange County case number 20-017904. I'm currently located in my unmarked vehicle out in front of 4748 Brant Lane, apartment number 3 in Winter Park, at the Tealwood Park Apartments. And also in the car with me is my partner,
Detective Scott Lowe.
and in the front seat is, can you state your name, ma'am?
Sarah Boone,
Okay, and your birthday?
10-10-77.
Okay. So, Sarah, I know you have talked to some deputies. I know we had a very brief conversation, just to reiterate what you told that deputy. But like I was explaining, I would like to get a more further understanding of what happened last night and ask you more detailed questions. I am going to read you your rights, but it's just because that's how we do things, okay? So you do have the right to remain silent, okay? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
Do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Okay. So, last night you said that you and your boyfriend George were here at your residence and didn't really leave that day. You said that he went to the store to buy cigarettes.
Yes.
What time was that around? If you recall. Was it light out still, dark out?
Yes, it was light out
It's
still.
still light out, okay. But he's the only person that left, and he came back,
Yes,
I'm assuming? Okay.
it's right down the street.
It's down the street. Okay. And tell me what you guys were doing next. Like what was happening?
We had a bottle of wine. We painted, we drew, we did puzzles.
Do you remember what wine you guys were drinking? What
It's wood Chardonnay.
Okay.
The bottles are in the trash.
Okay. Chardonnay. Okay. And do you remember around like what time this was that you guys were sharing the bottle of wine, painting, doing puzzles?
I'm gonna say 4-ish.
Okay. And was this before he went to the store or after?
I'm sorry?
Had he already gotten home from the store at this point to buy the cigarettes?
Yes,
Okay. So it was around 4 p.m.
ish.
that you realized, and you guys were doing,
Puzzles and art,
okay,
listening to music, enjoying each other's company.
and all downstairs, upstairs, where did you guys?
Downstairs.
Downstairs, okay.
We usually sit on the back porch because we smoke, you're not allowed to smoke inside, so.
Okay. And who was here last night? Was it just the two of you?
Mhm.
Yep, okay. No one ever came over at any point?
No.
No, okay.
We called his daughters on FaceTime.
Okay.
We were just literally just enjoying one another's company.
Okay, and you guys share the phone that you have,
Yes.
correct? Okay, and the phone's located in there, I think in the
Yes.
dictionary? Yeah. Okay. So tell me what happens next. You're painting, you guys are doing this puzzle together, you obviously finished a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Did you have 1 or 2 bottles of wine?
Well, we had one previously that was maybe not even half full,
Okay.
but then,
So you finished that one and then you had the full one?
yes.
Okay.
And sorry, what was the question?
Just what'd you guys do next after the bottle of wine? Like after you
Well,
guys
we had-
finished the wine?
We had the bottle of wine while we were doing our arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, just waiting, we were puzzled out, we were painted out.
Mm-hmm.
So, being silly, let's play hide and seek, which we had played before. Like, I don't know if you've opened the door on the top of the stairwell, like, he and I have hidden in there before, like, just having fun and enjoying each other's company.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's literally all it was. And then the suitcase is downstairs because I was telling you we were going to do donations.
Mhm.
And because it's not a very good suitcase, what was the question? I'm sorry.
You were just explaining to me that
Oh, he decided to hide in there. So, being silly, he and I were sitting there laughing at it, like with him in there. And then, so I didn't zip it up all the way, but I mean, enough to where his little fingers were out there and whatever, but still having a good time and whatever. Then I guess I decided to go upstairs and I don't know, I fell asleep. So I woke up this morning and again thought he was downstairs on the laptop looking for a job, as he usually is. And then thought, where is he? Is he on the back porch? Is he in the bathroom? Like, where is he? And then I came to about the suitcase. So I opened the suitcase, I took him out, stretched him out, started to do CPR. Where air was coming out, but, and then like whatever gurgle, like, he made, so I'm trying to do CPR on him. I'm shaking him, trying to get him to come to, but I can tell by looking at him, something was wrong. He's been losing his teeth lately and has been complaining about his chest hurts, which is why I keep trying to get him to go to the doctor, but because he nor I have a job or insurance, has been putting it off. So again, so I didn't know what to do, so I called Brian, my ex-husband. I called him, he came over, just walked in and then walked out. I grabbed my phone and I called you guys. From there, here we are.
Okay. The first time you woke up this morning, did you look at your phone to see what time it was?
No. Most of the time, like, I'll wake up, but because he nor I have a job, I'll usually just lay in the bed for a little bit longer because the house is clean. There's nothing else that we can do. Me thinking he's on the laptop looking for a job.
Around here?
They live down the street.
When's the last time you said he doesn't even really talk to his family because he chose you over them. So when's the last time you've seen them or talked to them?
I believe he did something with his brothers a couple of weeks ago, but I don't go over there.
Okay. Like, so if he goes over there, you do not go?
No.
But he did something with his brothers
I'm guessing so. I know that they come up to his job all the time.
when he was working there?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So.
they don't come, I mean, they have come over here and have just been completely disrespectful.
Okay.
And again, he ended up having to tell them, don't come over here if you're gonna act like that and treat Sarah like that.
Do you know their address?
I have it inside, I know it's Baja Boulevard, but if you go down, what is this out here? Goldenrod, there's a Twisty Treat ice cream place on the right-hand side, and you turn down that road, and then you make a left, and then you'll see Baja, and you make a right, and their house is white, and it's fenced in, and it's got a whole bunch of garden flowers.
I'm gonna end my recording, is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
One quick question, just out of curiosity. I'm noticing your front door, it has a bunch of dents in it. What is that from?
When we moved in, they were already there.
'Cause I don't see any other doors with dents like that.
Whoever it was that lived here previously, I know it was a girl, but that was here when we moved in.
This ends our recording 17:47.
While you were on the scene on February 24th, did you also make contact with Ryan Boone?
Yes, before I spoke to Sarah Boone, yes.
And did you have an opportunity to interview him?
Yes, I did.
While on scene, did you also begin the process of examining the defendant's cell phone?
I did not examine it myself, but we have a waivers and affidavits form that has a consent portion on it. And so I did start doing the paperwork for that.
You obtained consent from the defendant in this case?
Yes, on scene to search through her cell phone.
And what time did you become aware of the videos on her cell phone?
So a digital forensic investigator responded out to the scene, and she responded out a little after 7 p.m. And I would assume she probably started doing, whatever she needed to do. And then a short time later, she came over and got my attention and expressed to me that I needed to look at something in her phone.
And these were the suitcase videos, correct?
Yeah, they were two separate videos from the night prior.
When you observed these videos, what actions did you take?
When I observed the videos, I directed the digital investigator to stop processing and downloading her phone any further, and that I was going to write a search warrant for her cell phone.
Did you obtain that search warrant for her cell phone?
Yes, it was signed by a judge the next day.
And she was obviously able to finish the digital analysis, correct?
Yeah, she was able to get like the full download as well. She had already gotten the videos downloaded the night prior, but she was able to do whatever she does to get the full download.
In the course of your interview with the defendant, you were relayed information that I guess she had gone to Publix the previous day. Is that correct?
In the interview?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. In the interview that we just listened to about going to Publix?
In the course of speaking with her, did you learn that she had gone to Publix?
Yes. I was under the impression that George had gone to Publix.
Did you follow up with that Publix for surveillance video in this case?
Yes. I went to the Publix to gather surveillance video.
And were you able to find that video of them at Publix the previous day?
Yes.
Your Honor, request permission to publish States 2.
You may. Ma'am, I'm first going to show you the video taken from Publix on February 23rd, 2020 at approximately 12:15 p.m. Ma'am, using the laser pointer, could you please identify the victim and the defendant on this video?
This is the defendant, and this is the victim.
You can advance the video. Do you see the bottle of wine that was purchased in this video?
Yes, it's right here.
We could move on to the publication of the second surveillance video. Can you identify Mr. Torres for us in this video?
Yes, it's right here.
Is that the second bottle of wine?
Yes.
All right. course of your investigation, did you also interview individuals from the apartment complex while they were living?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to also interview their neighbors as well?
Yes, I did.
Did you interview Juan Torres?
Yes, the following day.
And did you attend the autopsy in this case?
Yes, the following morning.
Your Honor, may I approach with the defense?
Yes. Members of the jury, it is 3:34. My understanding, based on the state, is the next part of their presentation is going to be kind of long in length. So we're going to go ahead and take our afternoon break at this point in time.